So welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm half done, like I'm almost done with this jacket. It's just like a blouse. It has a peplum on the downside. So I made a straight skirt on it, and this is how it is. What I want to show you here is the next stage of my sewing, which is the fixing of my sleeve. So I want to fix sleeve right away. Bring the camera closer. I want to fix a sleeve here. So this is the armhole. This is the armhole. Let me turn to the wrong side so you see the wrong side of the blouse. It's a peplum blouse. Raise the camera up a little. It's a peplum blouse, but it's neatly made because it's like office wear. So I'll be showing you in this tutorial how you can fix the sleeve. How you can fix the sleeve. So here I have the wrong side. So you can see the inner is as neat as the outside. So if you are just joining this video, you are welcome to my tutorial today. So I just thought of it that let me just make a short live video of how I'm going to fix this sleeve. So this inner is everything is being turned. This is the inside. You can see that the inside is as neat as the outside of the blouse. This is the inside of the blouse. I have turned everything, no sewing allowance. This is the side seam. So I'm left with the sleeve right now. I'm left with the sleeve. So, and that is what I want to do in this tutorial. I want to show you how you can fix your sleeve when you have reached this stage in this tutorial. So let's get started. I have my sleeve here. It's just like a pencil sleeve. So I have my sleeve here. This is my sleeve. So the first thing you would do to avoid error when you are fixing a sleeve that does not have pleat, the first thing you will do is to take your measurement on your sleeve. And most of the time, what you have here must always be like half of an inch more than your breast point. I mean, when you take your breast point measurement must always match with this measurement here, so that you won't have a problem while raising your shoulder. So you won't have a problem with your sleeve if the measurement here is half of an inch greater or more than your breast point measurement. That means from your shoulder to your breast point must be the same measurement with what is here, so that you will be able to have a perfect sleeve, a perfect armhole. So in as much as you take your armhole measurement, you still need to correlate it. It must the measurement must correlate with your breast point measurement. So whatever I have on my sleeve, I'll make sure this is what I have on my armhole, and that is what I want to check now. I want to check the measurement on the armhole, on the body. So I have almost 12 inches here. So I'll make sure is either I close this up to make sure it's balanced with this. So I will do that right away. Or I open to the right side. So I'll first of all fix the sleeve. You know, we have the lining and the major material. This is the material and this is the lining. So I'll be fixing the sleeve on the lining first before I use the material to turn it over. So I'll go ahead and place my sleeve. I'll turn this sleeve to the right side. So first of all, let me try and fix it with my office pin. So if it is not more than the measurement, I'll go ahead and fix it right away. So note that we have the lining inside, but I'm just fixing the sleeve on only the main fabric. So because I want the sewing allowance to be concealed. So I'm first of all using my pin, my office pin to hold it and see if it is not more than what I budgeted for. So I can turn my hand inside and see for myself. So I'm trying to fix the sleeve to the, so you can see it is the same measurement. So nothing is remaining because this type of sleeve does not have pleat. That's why I'll first of all cross check if what I cut is accurate. The sleeve measurement must be the same thing. I mean the sleeve cap. The measurement there must be the same thing with the one on the armhole, which is on the blouse. So I have used my pin to arrange it to fix the sleeve. I told you, you must make sure, since there is no pleat on the shoulder, you must make sure the measurement that is on your sleeve cap matches with the measurement on the armhole of your blouse. So that is what I have done, and this is what I have. So the sleeve, this is the sleeve. So I'll go ahead now and stitch. This is the sleeve. I'll go ahead and stitch. I already put a shoulder pad here, which will help me raise the shoulder a little bit. So this is the sleeve. I'll go ahead. You can see this, when I just use a pin to hold it together. So I'll go ahead now and fix it. So after I fix it, I will open a space here in order to be able to use my lining to turn the sleeve inside. So let's go ahead and stitch. So you remove your, this is my, I use foam for my shoulder pad. So you can get foam that I use for hip pad. So that's what I use for my shoulder pad. You don't need to go and buy another material to make the shoulder pad. So close. So we are trying to fix the sleeve here, and all the pins that I put, I need to be careful so that my needle will not match on it. So if you are just joining my live session, you are welcome. Here I'll be teaching you how to fix your sleeve neatly. If you want to fix your sleeve to your armhole and you don't want any form of pleat on it, you don't want bulginess, and you want to turn that area neatly, that is what I'll be teaching you in this video. So I have placed my sleeve on the armhole, and what I'm doing here is to just go ahead and stitch the sleeve. I'm trying to stitch it to the armhole. So it's necessary you use your pin to hold whatever you are making together so that it will not stress you. especially when you don't want a surplus. So as I'm stitching, I'm removing the pin. When I'm done, I'll show you the outcome. So we are almost where we started. So when I get to where I started, I will make a reverse. So I have gotten to where I started. I will reverse my stitch. Then I'll go and check what I have made. So anywhere you see that it's not relaxing, you can go ahead and give it a nice press because we have not pressed it. We haven't pressed it yet. This is the mid shoulder line. So I'll go ahead and give it a nice press here. Let's check the back. So this is the back. So this is it. So the next thing to do is to see how I can use my lining to turn the armhole and have a perfect sewing. So I'll go and open a place up. So this is what we need to have. This right side must be joining with this. So we'll now look for where we can open. So this is what we must have. This is what I want to achieve here. The sleeve cap, I'll make sure I notch it so that I will not miss that point. So we are going to turn this over. So this is what you want to sew. So how do we get to this part inside to be able to stitch round? That is what we are up to now. So I'm going to lose a space at this back so I can be able to do that. I will do that for this sleeve and also this sleeve. So I will lose this space so that I'll be able to put my hand here and do whatever I want to do. Can I get a blade? Is it there? Is the blade there? There's no blade. Let me use this. Just to get entrance. Did you use a blade? I have not used a blade today. Good afternoon. So I'm going to rip this so that I'll be able to get chance to turn the sleeve. You're welcome. Okay. So this is what.
Mama, teacher said that we can cook.
So we are going to use this to turn this off like this, and I'll bring it out through this piece. Off that. Off it. I'm on live video. Off it. Sorry for that interruption. So I'll be using this to turn like so. So you can see is at the center back I put my hand in so that I'll be able to turn this. So I'll go ahead and turn bit by bit. I'll go ahead and turn bit by bit. I'm trying to fix my thread. So here I'm using the lining to turn the sleeve over. You know, in the first video, we have already fixed the sleeve. So we want to use the lining to secure the sewing allowance. And we went through the center back. So we put an opening on the center back so as to be able to do this perfectly. We went through the center back to be able to do this perfectly. So here I'm almost on the under armpit. Oh, the thread has cut again. So we go gently so that to avoid the cutting of the thread all the time. I'll be doing it bit by bit. Remember, I have not pressed this at all. So we are still on the stage of using the lining to turn the sleeve. So I'm heading towards where I started from. I started from the mid shoulder, and that's where I'm heading towards. So there's a kind of surplus on the line, and I don't mind if there is a surplus on the line. That's why I didn't measure, because it's a line, so there's no issue with that. I can use it to form a tiny, tiny pleat on the shoulder line, and it will still give a perfect sleeve on the right, because your lining must not be tight. Your lining must kind of have space more than your main fabric. So I'll just push it inside through where I came from. You know, it is the center, it is from the center back that we made an opening. So I will just push it inward through the center back that I came from. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So I have a neat finishing here, also here. If I want to do it in such a way that this place, I'll close this place up too, I can do that. But I just left this place intentionally because I may still need to adjust the sleeve for my client. That's why I left the side seam open. So I will use my overlocking machine to do this side seam. I'm trying to notch this to avoid tacking. I don't want any place to be too tacky. So, so this is my back. So I can go ahead, even through this back, I will fix this second sleeve also through the back. So you can see we are done fixing our sleeve neatly, and we conceal the sewing allowance inside, as you can see. So this is the essence of this video. I hope you've learned one or two things in this video, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.